although the contest setting for this 2 days meeting has been already done by Dr. Radha Kishore and Dr. Rabindra Kumar, but probably it will be worth to take you all through this presentation, which is basically to introduce about the role that is Department of Science and Technology is playing in this country to coordinate and organize all activities related to science and technology, and also the importance of this survey and what exactly is our expectations and why we have organized or organizing such kind of series of workshops across different places in the country. Coming to start with the Department of Science and Technology, already Dr. Rabindra Kumar has introduced. The Department of Science and Technology was established in 1971, and it acts as the nodal agency in the country to organize, coordinate all activities, basically sector agnostic and discipline agnostic. Maybe other ministries are working or focusing on specific sectors or specific disciplines, but Department of Science and Technology has no limitations or no boundary. It can act in any area or any stakeholder base, and it has a series of mandates to promote research, development, and innovation in the country. Out of which one important activity is to carry out a national level assessment, monitoring and benchmarking of the S&T potential. And here what we do is we collect various data, and as you understand, data is the basic need to generate any insights, and the insights are basically being used for any kind of policy or planning and to give a shape or direction for in what path or in what I would say direction we can progress our research or we can carry our research development innovation forward. So this is one activity or one important activity. Again, I would say along with the establishment of the department, this activity, or particularly the NSTMIS, that is National Science and Technology Management Information System activity, has been initiated. So we can say that over the last 50 years, this activity is being carried out. Although Dr. Arvind has already mentioned, we carry out several different kinds of surveys, and this National S&T survey is one among them. And here the survey is being conducted from almost 1973-74. So we have almost the S&T data for last 50 years. And we reach out to almost, currently 8,000 plus R&D institutions covering across the national and state level S&T institutions. Then almost 4,000 plus industries, which includes large industries, MSMEs, and all other different sectors or different levels of industries, and also the higher education institutions, which are basically the base for generating knowledge. Okay, and this survey, that is the National S&T survey, has a set or it follows a set guideline which is globally recognized, that is the OECD Frascati manual, which is almost followed by more than 150 countries across the globe, with a set pattern of questionnaires. The definitions are quite well defined, and ultimately this the data collected by different countries or the data gathered by different countries are compared globally also by these global agencies. They collect India data, and vis-a-vis we also are dependent for other global data also to see or benchmark where we stand today and how the trend is followed. Then this survey is currently being conducted through two optional modes. One is through the print or hard copy questionnaires, and also through an online questionnaire, which is through a dedicated portal. And since the last 3 cycles of surveys, we have introduced this online questionnaire, and now we are promoting more these organizations to come forward and submit their data online, because it has some advantages also that I'll be sharing in my subsequent slides. And already it has been discussed that this data is shared with several international organizations, and they are also dependent on the India data for global comparisons and global reportings and bringing out certain indexes of global comparisons. Coming to the outcomes of this survey, there are several indicators. Some are macro indicators, some are micro indicators, and almost we are reporting 40 plus indicators. And the most prominent indicators I would touch upon is the gross expenditure on R&D, that is the total investment India through its different organizations is putting into research and development across all sectors. Okay, then there are or I would say bifurcations of these things, like how much is coming out of the business sources, that is BERD. Then what is the share of our gross expenditure into R&D with respect to gross domestic products, and also by different entities like central government, state governments, higher educations. And another important factor is the full-time equivalent manpower employed in R&D. That means how much full-time equivalent some employees or some professionals could be devoting 50% or 30% kind of thing, particularly in higher education. Higher education, their main mandate is teaching. So they give some amount of time to research. So when we calculate the FTE, we calculate how much full-time equivalent means full-time contribution of a or I would say the number is calculated accordingly, that how much full-time equivalent manpower are deployed into research and development. Similarly, how much male-female ratio are there, and contributions from multinationals, contributions from major scientific agencies, then how much GERD we have with respect to number of researchers, and so on. Several indicators. These are about primary indicators. That means these data are used from, or these indicators are generated using the primary data that is collected through this survey. Primary data means this survey is reaching out to the R&D making or the R&D organizations specifically to collect the data ready hand from the institution or organizations, not dependent on any secondary data. But there are some indicators which are also calculated or estimated using the secondary data. That is, how many doctoral degrees are being awarded in different disciplines, then different, the number of scientific and engineering research papers or articles, and patent applications, etc.